what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, move on to treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Look at this head. Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Your Show, the number one podcast in the category of never starting off a show the same way. This time we got Marge in the middle, about to get to her spot, but she's been seduced by the food yet again, and I don't get mad because the same exact thing happens to me. Very relatable. So good on you, Margaret, for being such a good puppy. Do you want to come down here so we can get some, right there? Stay. Oh, what, she found something. You put a little treat down there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's what it was. We got Phenom on the ones and twos today, and he is about to take us to a magical, magical land. See the wave? One more for us. One more. There it is. The only, as well as another category we're number one in, the only show on YouTube that is entirely run by just a hand. You use the Addams Family rules, and that's what the Phenom does. All right, buddy, let's go up to the magical land of Maggie Camptown. There she is. Okay, stop feeding her so much. I'm about to take her to my mom and dad's place, so she's going to have some tummy issues, and she's going to be, my mom gets so mad when Maggie has accidents. The Maggie Cam, proudly brought to you by our incredible friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, Mike and Rochelle, and Maggie's boyfriend, Leroy, always there to make it the greatest day, dare I say, experience of your life. If you go after hours or over the weekend, you'll see Kirsten, Shar, and Chris, and they will also continue to bring you that incredible experience that we are so proud to have with Pet Planet on 8th Street. So go by, say hello, your life will get better, and your puppy will be as happy as this one right here. Look at her. One more for the screen? One more? No, she's just in full food mode. She's almost getting lost in your pants. I think we better get to our first guest over here to the left of me. You know him from the Dude podcast, a show he thinks sucks and should never be on the air, which makes me just want to put it on more. You also know him as the hand to the throne. He is Coach Mazer. There he is. Woo!
Howdy, everybody.
You look like you've been harvesting. Are you out in the field, bro?
No, I just figured I'd wear something a little fit for the weather.
Ah, that's why I'm wearing my pajamas.
It's raining outside.
You said it wrong. Again.
It's raining again.
That's better. Close though. What do you got there? Before we get to our sweet, beautiful man over on the other side of the...
When you run a network, there's going to be the best show on the network, and there's going to be a worst show on the network.
Hey, we moved past the Dude podcast stuff. Don't worry about it. What do you got there? What's this UFO I'm looking at?
Well, we can... Yeah, so this, I went to Churchill's Cafe. And
British candy.
Yes.
Royal Anders loves that place.
I was hoping Royal Anders would be here. Maybe still would be. These ones caught my eye.
Okay.
This is a, these are...
They're called UFOs.
Frisia UFO Sour Mix.
Okay.
What it is rice paper.
Oh boy.
And you just put in your mouth like communion.
Communion wafers, yes.
And then
I
you
believe
just
it's
let
called
them...
the body of Christ.
And then instead of finding blood in the center, you get a nice sugary sour.
Well, I would love to try one.
Oh, right. It kind of tastes like...
Can we give one to the Phenom, too?
Give one to Phenom.
Hey,
No,
hey,
not
Phenom,
for you. Sorry.
Phenom, hit camera 3 here for us, and let's open up your door a little bit. Let's get you a candy here. What color do you want? Just give me 1, 2, 3, or 4. It'll be yellow, green, pink, or orange. He wants green. Okay. Let's see here. Look, he's out of the booth. He's coming out of the booth.
His hand's excited.
There you go, Phenom. Good job in there. You can try that one.
Oh.
I'll try a pink one.
All right. I'll
Can't believe
try.
you just let him out of the booth now. It's so fun. All right. Cheers.
I want to see his face. It's a gradual thing. Gradual.
Cheers, brother.
Just wait for it.
Whoa. Whoa. What's happening?
Don't do it.
I chewed it.
No, you got to try again.
We got to get to our first guest.
It kind of has like a ice cream
Why
cone.
don't I take another one? No, doing it has Dr. Hausman Associates, the fluoride stuff they use to clean your teeth. That taste, that's what it is. I feel like I'm tasting dental fluoride. Oh, he wants to.
He wants another
He
one.
wants the yellow one.
My kids are like that too.
There you go, sir. Great job in there. That kid's earning his keep. All right. Without further ado, let's head on over. I guess we can do a review later. To the other side of planet Earth, where a good friend of ours, a family member, if you will, resides. That place is Australia. His name is Coach Number One. There he is. Beautiful. You even did your hair today, AJ. Looking good, bud.
Spiky.
Yeah, ready to go. Ready to take it on.
You don't sound as excited as we are about your hair, dude.
I was actually, it's funny you mentioned Coach Number Two, Maisie's outfit. I thought he's looking very Canadian.
Right? Lumberjacky.
He's got a hat, a hockey hair, and then it almost looks like a flannel shirt. But I would say that's a Canadian outfit.
It's not the traditional red and blue colors. It's orangey and tanny.
Fancy flannel, he
blue.
calls it. When he walks the runways, he calls it fancy flannel.
That's what I call it when I run
He
the
looks good.
runways.
He looks good.
Thanks.
Yeah, he
All right.
always looks good. It sucks when you have to sit beside him. I'm not too happy about it. How's things
That's what
going?
my wife says.
How's things going there, brother?
Man, pretty good. I must admit, after last week's show, I don't know how many views of the episode of the reading James Earl Jones tribute you got, but I would say 90% are from me because I've watched that a few times. I've laughed my head off more and more. I did have some feedback from a couple people here. They said, it seemed a little long.
Yeah.
So I think maybe even though
No.
I listened to the whole thing at least 6 times. Like that's what 6 times 25. It's 150
That's a lot of
minutes of
time.
my life that has been just got so much pleasure out of that.
Dedicated.
So
But if it's something you love,
That's
you
the
can
thing.
hear, like you said before, you can hear the story being told. Hi, Maggie. And you can hear, there's a little snout here. You can't see it. There's, it just takes you back and you enjoy it. So I hear 2 things when I watch that. I hear your voice when you're narrating. I hear Ray when you're being Ray. I heard Karen and I heard Shoeless Joe. I heard all those voices while I was still hearing our version of it or our very unrehearsed reading of it. But I heard everything and it was really fun. I enjoyed it. So if you were 90%, you said 90?
Of the views.
Of the views?
Yeah.
I've
If you were
watched a lot.
90%,
I've
I
watched
was
a lot.
probably 9.9% too, because I know at least 0.1%. Some other people watched it.
And
so.
then all I wanted to do was figure out how to share it, and I couldn't share it. I couldn't figure out how to share the dang thing. So I don't know if that's like a private lock-in thing or whether I'm just really dumb with social medias, but I wanted to share it because in the end, it was a great tribute, albeit very long and very unpolished, but still a great tribute and something to sort of like, it felt good to do that. You know
Or
what I
do
mean?
again.
Yeah. Is that what we're going to do every time?
I think the unpolished. Sorry, I was gonna say the unpolished. I actually like that because there were some lines that you could tell like people didn't really know,
Mhm.
and there's a certain way it's done in the movie. Like I think when Karen goes, "It's not nothing," and I think GM you went, "It's not nothing,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Okay, it's a different version of it." But
I
it was.
gave it-
I
and the-
think that's what made it fun.
And that's another great point. Is like I said, I'd only seen the movie one time because it hit me so emotionally that I could never watch it again. So just even being involved with it and reading lines from it, they would like bring stuff up. So I was trying to hold in my emotions a bit as I was doing it.
I think I don't think this movie like they do. What is that they do in movies now where they just do off the cuff reading? What is that called?
Improv.
Freestyling, improving.
Improv.
Yeah, but improv. There's another word for it too. But
Freestyling.
what's that?
Freestyling.
Freestyling, whatever. The I don't think there was a lot of that in this movie, and so I wonder how many takes Karen
Did different.
had to do there, and how many times it took them to get to that what we've grown to love. Like maybe it was the first time reading. It's not nothing. Just how Gary did it.
And poor
And then
Kurt.
they're just like, no, we need something more. We need more bratty, like more frustrated girl that believes in what her parents are doing and how stupid her uncle is. And she's going to say all the things the parents are probably not going to say because, yeah, it's not nothing, uncle. You know what I mean?
Poor Curdy Anderson didn't even have a headset, and we just had to point at him to go. Poor guy.
He was great.
He
I
well.
wonder too if when they did how many takes they had to get to say to James Earl Jones, you need to speak in a deeper voice.
Yes.
Because Maisie, you gave Gary that feedback, but when Gary got it, it was spooky. It was so good.
Started going.
It was it really just you nailed it.
Well, because Gary at the time, just like when I get here sometimes, and I'm fresh off work or fresh off something, and I'm just not present
You're
maybe
not
yet,
unwinded.
and Gary's just like, hey, show up or don't show up kind of thing. But Gary wasn't sold on the whole idea. He had a lot of things on his mind that day. He was trying to sell a cool little open night show.
That was our first interview with the first band of the first weekend of the 3 Hall Unplugged open mic night. It was like a very important thing that I wanted to make sure we did. And then we're over here doing this. I'm like, oh God, what am I doing?
And I'm like, this is what we're doing. And Gary's just like, yeah, we can, because he's rarely said no to me. So he's like, yeah, we can maybe do it next week. I was like, no, we're doing it today. So he was there. So when I said that to him, when I gave him that feedback, it was more, if you don't get into it, you're gonna really hate it when we watch this back. And so then Gary just went full James Earl Jones.
And you want to talk about good coaching here, AJ? This guy, it's one of those times where I didn't agree with anything that he was saying in any way, but our track record together has shown that everything he brings to the table works. So it's just, I was blinded by that trust. I was like, there's no way this is going to work. This is the stupidest thing we'll ever do, but if it's going to make you happy, let's do it. And then we did.
And it made 2 people happy, at least.
Trusting in your people, right? Very important. It's a very important trait for your team.
That's right. And it's this idea of intellectual humility, actually. Right? Is that the belief that you can be so humble to think that somebody else might have a good idea, even though I don't think it's that great. I'll trust them, we'll go with it and see what happens.
And then you throw in 3 more moving parts, and you throw in one guy without a headset, one guy being in Australia, a Zoom delay, and like 12 pages of script. And then you're really working with something. But somehow it worked, like it always does with him. So I don't know why, but he knows what he's doing.
I wonder if you caught it with Anderson when he's like, so when do I get in here? And he's scrolling in. He's like, I don't have anything to say till page 17. I was like, well, the pages weren't filled. You know what I mean? For being the website that it was, IMBD, whatever it is, the one that
the International Movie Database. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's IMDb, but I thought it was anyway. There's a couple typos on there, and there's a couple issues. So I don't know how that works, if it's like Wikipedia or something like that, where or like even those, if you've learned to try to do tabs on a baseline and you go to one of those websites, it's all like user submitted kind of thing. So I don't know.
Full of mistakes and full of all that. Yeah. I
so it was, next time we do this, and it doesn't have to always be in tribute, but maybe we could take the odd requests, or maybe another Adrian's second favorite movie. We'll do that, but maybe we'll dumb it down. Or with Halloween coming up, maybe there'll be a spooktacular, and we'll just do the Monster Mash or something like that.
Spooktacular reading.
What's your favorite Halloween movie? Or is there Thanksgiving's next?
Monster Squad? You ever see Monster Squad?
I don't know. What year?
Adrian, you ever see Monster Squad? Yeah. No, you would know if you did. Wolfman Has Nards. If you ever heard someone say Wolfman Has Nards, you know they're talking about Monster Squad. It'd be like mid-'80s, I think. It's a Nickel family favorite. We actually had our own Monster Squad at the cabin at Pike Lake. Literally put together, and we would go around and look for monsters, just like they did in the movies. It's very fun. Anyways, clearly that won't be the one we go with.
We'll watch
obviously. So, thank you, I guess, is what we're trying to say, hey?
Yeah.
Thank you, Adrian,
to everyone involved,
for narrating it.
And you for getting that done. Good. That's very good. What else do we have going on, buddy, before we move on through the day? Because speaking of, and just so you're in the loop too, Wednesdays is when we play our interviews with these bands that are going to be playing this weekend at 3 Hall. So they'll sort of be following you every time. So it's kind of nice for you to know what's coming up after. And it's a little cool thing we're doing.
Oh, well, I had 2 things. We can go down, pick one of 2.
Here we go.
And then choose your own adventure. And maybe next time we can talk about the other one. So we've got, one's kind of like a little bit sad. One's exciting here. It might be more informative for your group. But we got AFL Grand Finals, Aussie Rules football's coming up. So that's option A. We could talk about that a little bit because there's a couple of interesting things that happen with that here. Or the second one is fighting in hockey. So Stephen Pete passed away last week, former enforcer.
Yep.
And it just made me think about, what's the role of fighting in hockey? Because this CTE and all the incidents, everything that comes with that, you just gotta go, man, is it worth it? Anyways, choose your own adventure. Which path do we want to go down?
I think I would like to save the CTE for next week because we could do a whole entire 20 minutes on that. As I had one stint in my life where I was probably the most informed chronic traumatic encephalopathy human being without knowing it, just from osmosis. Like, we talked to neurosurgeons around the world on the old sports show I did, and we had like a month dedicated to this stuff. So we right down to the amount of subconcussive instances that would trigger a full-on concussion and all those different things. So I feel like we can go a lot longer on that than on the AFL.
You know what? I think just by your previous experience, you could probably go on very well. I feel that AJ has some opinions that he's developed, or maybe some questions. I don't know which way you're going, if it's going the wise route, asking questions and developing conversation, or if you have an opinion developed. I have some opinions of it for sure.
Well, we can't waste all the time.
We can't do it. Okay, let's go AFL.
CTE will be next week.
Cliffhanger.
AFL today. Tell us, is the final set? Is this the big thing going on?
Yeah, so AFL here, there's 18 teams in the league, or now as I say that, there might be 19.
What a weird number.
So, yes, I think there's 18. Now, imagine being
better than 9.
Like Toronto. We'll go Toronto because it's the same size as Melbourne. Okay. But having 10 NHL teams in the city.
There's 10 AFL teams in Melbourne?
In Melbourne.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's interesting on its own. But so the semifinals are this weekend. There's only one team from Victoria that's made it, and then one from Brisbane, one from Adelaide, and one from Sydney. So
even with 10 out of 19 teams, they only got one into the semis?
That's right. So I don't
know. Let's do a quick rundown while you're gathering your thoughts. So if this is correct, standings. Hold on, standings.
I think he's done gathering
are
his thoughts.
Sydney, correct?
Yeah, he said.
Yep.
Yeah. Port Adelaide.
Yeah, he said Adelaide.
Being there. Nice place.
Beautiful. I wanted to
Geelong.
Ooh, Geelong.
Geelong. That's what I said.
Geelong.
Geelong. Like July.
Okay, no one's going to judge
you.
Correct.
Okay, so then the next one's going to be Jadubis Giants.
GWS.
Oh, well, that's very Australia for you, I guess. And then we got Brisbane.
Hey, Brisbane.
Brisbane.
No, Brisbane.
You have to say in your Bane voice.
Oh, that would be Gary's favorite city.
You're saying it wrong.
Bulldogs. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Bulldogs. Where are the Bulldogs from?
Western Bulldogs. They're in Melbourne.
They're Melbourne. Okay, they're one. From Melbourne. Then Hawthorn. Hawthorn is Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah. Carlton.
Yeah, the Blues. That's the team to go for.
Up the Blues, they say.
Yeah, up the Blues.
Collingwood.
Go the Pies.
Okay. Oh, geez. Fremantle.
That's in Western Australia.
Okay. Essendon.
Essendon Bombers. That's Essendon Bombers. They're in Melbourne.
Okay. So St. Kilda.
Hey, I love St. Kilda, home of the Coffee Palace. Woo! That's my place right there.
Okay, and they're where?
They're Melbourne.
Melbourne. Then we got Gold Coast. That's easy.
That one, yeah.
Then we got Melbourne.
Yeah,
so that one's easy. 6. Adelaide. We got West Coast. Yeah, West Coast.
Yep.
North Melbourne. And we got Richmond.
Yep.
So 8. 8 of 18,
Geelong?
or Geelong? Oh, Geelong we didn't count.
Geelong, like July.
Yeah.
Geelong.
Like Good WS Giants. So
Okay.
Geelong.
So, okay,
Geelong.
what was the point of going through all those?
Just so everyone's educated on the teams
Okay.
we're talking about.
And so we're down to 4 now, is what we're saying.
We're down to 4. So it's
Semifinals.
Geelong
Geelong.
and the Sydney Swans
Ooh, the Swans.
and Port Adelaide and Brisbane Lions.
There you go.
Brisbane. Oh, so they upset somebody. They got into the top 4.
Yeah, they got in. Typically, the top 2 teams, I think it's top 2. I want to say top 4. I should know this, but definitely the top 2 teams, they can lose once in the finals and still make it. So typically, in the grand final, it'll be the top 4, one of the top 4 teams. It's rarely, if ever, anybody who's finished 5th through 8th because they've got this advantage of being able to lose a game or play one less game.
There's reason
So,
to keep crushing out there.
To keep crushing. So that's
That's
the semifinals are this week, and then the grand finals the following week. And we like here, I find in Melbourne, we do public holidays for like the craziest reasons. So in November, there's a public holiday for a horse race, the Melbourne Cup.
Yes, the Melbourne Cup. That at Melbourne Downs. Is that what it's called? Or is that what it was called a long time ago? That was like 20 years ago. But we spent a day there, a drunken day at the horse racing. And it was like the week of the big event that weekend. And it was like building up and it was crazy.
Carom Downs.
Yeah. No, that's a different one. It's at Flemington.
Oh, that was Melbourne.
So it's called the Race That Stops the Nation. And in Melbourne, it's a public holiday. November 2nd. No, so we get a public holiday for a gambling event, which is
the best.
That's awesome.
If that's all right. And then, so for grand final is played on Saturday in the afternoon. It's not a night game, so there's a lot of debate around that. But on the Friday before, another public holiday in Victoria. Because of a sporting event. So that'd be like Grey Cup Sunday, whatever. Is it played on a Sunday?
Oh, yeah. Always Sunday.
Yeah. So imagine having the Friday or the Monday off for that event.
Boy, that would be nice.
They would give reason for the melted Monterey Jack oven bakes that my mom makes.
Were those the Grey Cup treats?
Those are the Grey Cup treats, and then I wouldn't have, I wouldn't feel so brick-tummied the next morning on a Monday. You know what I mean?
Great way of putting it. Very well done.
Yeah. So that race, that's Flemington. Flemington is
Who are we cheering for?
Yeah, that's where that one is.
Yeah. Who are we cheering for, AJ?
I don't even know the horses in it. The Melbourne Cup. So I think there's 8 races throughout the day. The Melbourne Cup race, which I think is the 5th or maybe the 6th race. Okay. There's usually 24 horses in it, so it's the hardest one to win because there's just so many.
What about for the grand finale with the AFL? Who are we cheering for? I think you said the Blues. You like?
Well, yeah, but they're out.
Okay.
So we're probably going to jump on to Geelong, but I think Sydney's looking pretty good. They finished at the top. So I don't know what they're paying. I don't know if you have
I was going to say, I think we should
partner that we could promote, but
so next week when you come on, a week from now, we will talk about what we said we were going to talk about before with this chronic traumatic encephalopathy, as well as placing a bet down on a team in the grand final because it will be next week, right? We'll have our 2 teams ready to go by then.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. And I'll tell you who's going to be playing in the pre-game entertainment.
Yes.
That's always the big thing. Last year was Kiss.
Yeah.
Kiss was the headliner.
How about that? It's just because it's like their Super Bowl halftime, right? Or like your Super Bowl halftime.
Well, it is, but they do it pre-game.
Okay.
That makes way more sense. Like get the party started and then it's all about there's no break in the game. You know what I mean? To have a concert.
Are you getting the look to go drive to school now? Because we got.
I am. Ryan's knocked on the door. And
perfect.
Yeah,
you're good to go. Thank you for everything you always do for us and for being so awesome and checking in. We love and appreciate you greatly, and we will be ready. We got a whole interview booked for next week, so all of our work's done. We got a nice week, not worrying about it.
Sweet.
All right, good to see you, boys. Say hi to your mom and dad, Gary.
You betcha, brother. You take. Let's go, number 1. Was that a dig at Alan Fay? Is that what just happened there?
I don't think so.
I think he was laughing.
Weird.
Interesting.
Oh.
Either way. Yes, we are going to check in with him right away on your show, the Wednesday edition. Shout out to our buddy Dax and the team over at Property Guys. Great dudes doing great things. And speaking of, we're getting close to the big night. Tomorrow night, the Elmwood Fall Feast will be going down.
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night already. But
That's
I will be
exciting.
at the food bank client reception in the warehouse first, so I'll be late to the Fall Feast. A lot going on. But we also have the second week of the 3-hall Unplugged open mic series. And what's going on over there? Our buddy Kinger and Saul with Bloom Entertainment have got the bands that are coming in for the weekend into this very studio. And yesterday, we had a talk with 2 artists who will be performing this weekend. And we are going to go that right now, my sweet phenom. The Unplugged open mic over at 3-hall, officially launching last weekend. Had I guess there was a soft launch and then the big launch. And now we're into the full swing of things as we get set for this coming weekend. And we have 2 more guests here. 2 guests that we're going to get to know a little bit as we move forward with this incredible series. Thank you again to Buddy Bench for showing up last Saturday, and for everyone who came out for the Unplugged open mic. I have Nat and Celeste with me here today. Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Great.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Now, how stock is that of a question? I've done so many of these interviews over the years. I had a radio career a little bit. And one of my biggest challenges was trying to figure out how to start an interview without doing something or saying something I've already done, and it's impossible.
It's impossible.
It's so hard. You just can't do it. You get right up on that mic.
Yeah,
Don't be scared of that bad
it's
boy.
one of those things where you're like, we all ask each other how we're doing. Nobody ever actually says how they feel.
Yeah.
And then we move on, and then we get to the meat and potatoes.
I always-
We'll just dive in and be like, so how's your trauma this week?
That's it. That's so true. I've been waiting for someone to be like, can we just be real for a second?
Yeah.
I hate traveling. I hate the anxiety that comes with hitting the stage. I hate all these things and just have like a therapy session.
Yeah, totally.
One day that might happen, but
We
today's not
might
the day.
do that today.
Okay, well, we'll see how this one goes.
And I'll watch you guys work it out amongst yourselves. I've never had a career in radio, but I've been told many times I had a face for it. Just to
Hey,
let you know.
as a guy in radio, it doesn't get old either, and I always get by on this little mug of mine. So, Nat, let's start with you over there on the far side of the table. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your music career, because, we all know we're going to be playing over at the 3-hall. We're going to be doing this thing. But tell a little bit about yourself and, the journey you've been on when it comes to music.
Well, it all started back in 1840. No,
I was
I've been
hoping
in music a
for
long
that.
time. I was just telling Celeste, we're just talking about it. I've been playing music probably 58 years.
That's
A
incredible.
long time. Yeah,
That's
I'm
incredible.
I'm probably the oldest guy you've interviewed in a long time, just to let you know. I'm coming up on 70 real soon here. True
No,
story.
dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Started playing in bands live when I was 12 years old. And I was playing in a full-time band 6 nights a week by the time I was 13. And all the musicians were older because I was just this kid that could sing,
Yeah.
So, and then I've picked up instruments along the way. And I'm a singer that plays instruments. So that's kind of a distinction. I always try to tell everybody I'm not a hardcore musician. The purpose for me to play the guitar or the keys or whatever I'm playing is just to be able to sing the song. Right?
Why
Singers
are we the
singers.
perfect match for this show?
Right? I'm
I
telling
think
you.
Corey and Saul had a divine intervention when they picked us for opening it.
They've put a lot of thought into the
They
whole
were like,
lineup, eh?
they're the
They
same.
did.
They're the same. He's just older than her, but they're the same.
Well, that's crazy. So you go on this journey and you do all this stuff. And I love that line, how you say the instruments are sort of like vessels for the singing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people, and I go, you guys know way better than I do, the ability to be able to do both is such a great asset to have. Do you notice there's more or less of people playing while they're singing nowadays?
I don't know. I've always seen people that can do both really well, and some people are better at one thing than the other. I don't know. I think it's just a matter of where you start and where you focus. I started off just singing, so that was really the focus.
Yeah.
And but how many times do you have a chance to have a band back you up every time you go somewhere, or an accompanist or whatever? No,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen. So you add a necessity. You learn to play your own stuff. And I guess over a long period of time, you get better at the stuff. Playing.
We say it all the time here, reps, man. Reps. This the only reason this sort of media network thing we're doing has taken off a little bit is because, like I say, rain or shine, we're live every day from 4 to 5 p.m. and we're getting those reps in.
Yeah.
And each show, I can't even begin to imagine how bad the first 2 months of shows were. I can't even watch them just because it's so different now to what it was then. And it's all about just getting the practice in and coming in here every day and getting those reps. And music, exact same thing. You have to keep practicing, right?
Yeah. I have found myself at times being the musician and not the front person, you know.
Yeah.
So, and you know, when playing multiple instruments, you get to do different things for different people. So I've been drummer in the band. I've been the keyboard player in the band, which I'm really not good at. And I'm playing in a band locally called Patty and the Stack.
Yes.
I'm the rhythm guitar player.
That's what I was going to get to. I got notes here from Kinger.
I do backup vocals.
You're like,
And
wait, I was just doing this because I needed it, not because anyone else needed it.
But it's fun. It's a whole different aspect of playing music, is to be a band member and not the front person. It's a whole different role. So
That's it.
I kind of like it. It's challenging. So
I got all these notes from Kinger. Southern USA.
yes.
Where are you from?
Originally born in North Carolina.
Go Tar Heels, eh?
Yeah, bud. And then, and I've actually had tar on my feet from walking up barefoot all summer long on the farm, because that, you know, when you're a kid.
Yeah.
But and then moved north to Virginia. One whole state up, you know. And then,
Been there.
then you know,
I was supposed to go
had
there.
my family, went to college, had my family, and then I moved to Texas, kind of late in the career thing, and now. I have 5 kids that live in Texas and 9 grandchildren in Texas.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
Crazy.
Now, what's the musical ability with the kids and the grandchildren?
Oh, it's interesting.
You're teaching them lots?
Several of my grandkids are quite musical. One is an amazing trumpet player. One's a gifted reed player. Plays all kinds of reed instruments, sax,
Nice.
tenor sax, alto, and he solos quite nicely. You know what I mean? He's a musician. He's not a singer at all, you know? And then out of my kids, my oldest daughter can sing her face off. I mean, she sings so good. And then back when I'm in Texas, I'll go back and we'll actually do gigs at local bars and stuff like that. Just the two of us to sit up and play for a couple hours. And
That's
cool.
That's the dream.
Man.
And my middle son plays drums, and he was in San Diego playing in the band. And my oldest son plays guitar, and actually he could have been a concert pianist. So the apple didn't fall too far from the tree. Now, some of the other kids are really good at playing the radio.
Yeah.
So, other than that, you never know.
Took me a second to get them real good at that knob back and forth. Right on. So Celeste, maybe tell us a little bit about your adventure, as you and Nat were talking earlier about you've been in bands and you've done sort of this and that. Now, this weekend you'll be doing the solo act. So maybe
yes.
talk a little about all that. And don't be
Yes.
scared. Let's get right in there.
Yeah,
just we
so
don't lose that.
basically, I would say like my journey with music also started at a young age. I mean, I know I'm still young, but I definitely used to go to Christmas parties with my parents, and I would always be the youngest kid because I was like 10 years younger than my brother. So all of their family members and friends were all like a lot older. So I'm hanging out with the adults, and the adults are playing music because they're all hobby musicians, because that's what you do when you're
Literally.
45 and your kids are grown, apparently. And so I'm like 5 years old, very early on. My dad had a little band, but it was like a hobby band also, like I said. But I would go and just sing with them and just like hum along, or I would like know the song, or I'd learn the
Slowly
song.
work your way into
Every
it.
Christmas I'd
There
get
you go.
older
A
and
little
learn the
closer.
songs.
Yeah.
And then so, and then like my mom designed the jazz basement, and then I was taken there as a high school student being like, you should sing jazz so that you can go on the stage and I can like talk about the jazz basement and my
There it
jazz
is.
singing daughter, but I just wasn't really into jazz.
Didn't take.
No, it didn't take. And so I also taught myself guitar in order to play for myself, because I actually started with bass and was like, there's no way I'll be able to play bass for myself, knowing or Pereira being an amazing bass player and singer. And I'm like, yeah, I could have done that. That would have been way cooler than
It was
guitar.
about as big as you are anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So I sold all my bass equipment and I got an acoustic, and I taught myself on Ultimate Guitar, which I still use to this day. Taught myself chords, did all of that. But I found my passion for musical theater, and that's when I kind of, even though I had a band and I did the whole road tour front woman thing, didn't play an instrument in the band, so I was definitely that only one thing. You couldn't catch me dead playing the guitar in front of a band. But it is a different experience. So I stepped away from being in a band and doing live music and did musical theater for a really long time. But I think what brought me back to it is that I really enjoy doing justice to other people's work. And even though I have albums and I've written music and I do the singer-songwriter thing, I do really appreciate playing the classics and the good music that comes from all these other musicians in the world.
Yeah, and it sort of gives you hope for the future when we know that people are starting from that sort of base level and making sure they're not saying no to any sort of thing that could influence where you're going.
Yeah.
And then it just makes it so much better when you get to that point where you sort of know what your identity is and you can really push forward with it.
Totally.
I love those little journey stories. That's good stuff. So 3 Hall, Friday and Saturday. We got the Unplugged open mic going on the Friday, and then we have the show on the Saturday. Can you maybe talk a little bit about the importance of live music and the importance of things like this that sort of are trying to put a foot forward in getting the Broadway music scene sort of up and running again, like the way it was when we, grew up? Because it feels like we've lost a lot of that connection, not just with venues, but with musicians and with music itself. And I told Kinger and Saul, like, I love this idea because it's sort of a kick in the ass to get back to that and to get back to, being creative again. We lost so much of that. So maybe just talk about the importance of stuff like what's going on at the 3 Hall.
Well, for me, I got my start kind of in music in Saskatoon, being young, fresh out of high school, going to not fresh out of high school. I guess I was, a 19, respectfully.
Totally legal. Yeah, I'm with you.
Going to Capital Music Club and playing music there for open mic, and that was just a reason to leave my house and make friends and
get reps in.
Yeah,
right?
and get those reps
Perform.
in, because honestly, I can't stress this enough. I love to go to rehearsal and do my performances with musical theater, but yeah, I literally have to force myself to play guitar and do those reps. So definitely gave me a reason to practice and a reason to work on that craft. Again, I'm also a hobby guitar player, and the guitar comes with me. I do not play guitar.
Yes.
So my singing is my focus. So yeah, definitely getting those reps in is really important.
Very, very cool.
But also just meeting people, and some of my best friends are from that time of meeting people in music.
It brought a lot of people together.
Yeah, and it's the reason I'm doing this now, because I've known Corey for many years, and I've known Saul since high school, but we formed a friendship doing open mic and
through all this.
All that stuff, yeah.
Before we go, Nat, the importance of open mics and bringing them back and getting people out there and sort of pushing that boundary of overcoming all the anxieties and all the stuff that comes with performing live.
Well, I think open mics are just a wonderful opportunity, in other words, to do things on your own and then also to collaborate. You can partner up with the lead guitar player, partner with another vocalist, you can do harmonies, you can learn to get the feel for the timing and get used to being in front of an audience and having that pressure on you. It's a little certain bit of an adrenaline that comes with being in front of people, and it kind of makes you step it up a notch or crumble, one of the two. And both can happen in the same night. You can have a great moment, and the next minute you're kind of like, oh, I didn't do that quite nicely enough,
Yeah. But sometimes it takes that pressure to be great.
Push it forward.
And it's okay to be, because live music is live. It's not perfect. It's not a recording that's exactly note perfect on everything. Half the magic is what happens when you do make a mistake, or how do you recover from that mistake, or what happens if you suddenly hit a note that you didn't quite rehearse and it sounded pretty good, you know what I mean? So you can do it can go either way, you know what I mean? But like you said, if you practice your tunes and you're ready to get up and get down, and it's not a problem. And I think it's wonderful, because it gives a lot of people the chance to get up and try something out. Like I was there last Friday night, and it was awesome, because so many people got up, and some people were novice at playing guitar, yet they could sing, or they'd written a song, and they were presenting their own material, probably maybe even for the first time in public. I don't even know, So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And I'm kind of like you, by the way. I'll go ahead and tell you, I like to do other people's covers. I think other people write better songs than I do. Seriously.
I'll be honest, totally, 125%.
For sure.
The music part is okay. I do better at the music side of it than I do the lyrics, but the lyrics are always challenging for me. I feel like my lyrics are corny. You know what I mean? I'm never really happy with my lyrics. So the other night at open mic, this young lady gets up, her name was Jess, and she sang this gorgeous song, choked me up listening to her sing. And I asked her, I said, can I get a copy of your lyrics? And she sent me a copy of her performance of it, and I'm going to cover her song.
That's
beautiful.
Great.
Just the networking that happens there,
I like other people's stuff. It's nice to hear that. So.
And you said it so perfectly. This show, when we first started this place, I said, how can we be different? How can you stand out? Because in the old career, all I was told the entire time was to be like everyone else, copy everyone else, take their ideas and make it your own. And I couldn't do that, because I thought it was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So I said, if we start this thing, I want to do a 1-hour live show every day. I don't care what it is, what it's about, what we're doing, who we're talking to. I want to get that 1 hour of live show in every day. And to this day, we go live and we get about 4 to 8 viewers per show live. But all of the other views come after the fact, and they watch on their own time because that's sort of how we all consume content now. But I wanted to make sure that that show that they're watching later has that live edge to it.
Yeah.
Just like you said. Like, we screw up all the time here. Just the other day, we screwed up right off the bat. And I tell everybody, that's what makes it different and special, because no one else has the balls to put themselves out there and screw up over and over again. And that's what we do, and then you just learn from it. So
It's not scripted, so hey. Right?
yeah, that's it. It adds so much, as long as you can, carry the burden of knowing you're going to screw up.
Yeah.
And once you can get over that hump, like I learned a long time, I screw up all the time, so it's very easy. All right, you guys. So this weekend, another round of 3 Hall Unplugged open mic going down. Nat Jones with Patty and the Stack.
Yes.
I love that. That's Patty with an I. Patty and the
with an
Stack.
I, yep.
Very cool.
Yep.
And Celeste, you will also be joining the party, doing a solo show. Thank you so much, you guys, for stopping by, saying hello. Again, if you need any info on this, we'll have a bunch of it on this. I don't know any of the technical stuff, something about the descriptions. We have stuff going on here that Kinger and Saul and everyone does everything. I just want to thank you guys for stopping by and taking a couple minutes to let us get to know you. And we look very forward to seeing you guys this weekend over at 3 Hall.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
There you go. Again, so excited. 3 Hall, the place to be. Maybe you can come up here, because we got a guy. Yeah, you know what? Come on up here real quick. This is the beauty of this place. As anyone can show up at any time, our family continues to grow. And this guy has been family since the moment I looked into his big, beautiful, gorgeous eyes. And he won me. His name's Ugly Kid Joe! Sorry, Phenom. Got to make him do one shift as he transitions. Okay, so you were at 3 Hall for the big event over the weekend. Tell us what the setup is like in there. What's everyone got to look forward to?
It's really nice. It's up on the second floor there, and it's a very small area, so it's like a very intimate. Setting. Yeah.
Yeah, because Kinger and Saul, they said they want that, MTV Unplugged sort of feel to it.
Yeah, and it's got a really great vibe. A little stage in the corner there. There's a bar service like right up in there, so you don't have to be getting the stuff from downstairs. I didn't spend a great deal of time. I had a few other shows I had to get to, but it felt like a really nice venue, and it's off to a good start. And it sounds like they got a lot of plans in the future too.
Yes.
So.
Would you consider it a great spot to open up your night of going up and down Broadway like we used to and enjoying all the incredible businesses there?
Yeah, it's fantastic. You show up, there's going to be some music playing. You sit down, you enjoy a little music, and then you go on your way if you want.
Yeah, and that's the Friday night Unplugged open mic aspect of it I love so much, because when you're older like us, you can only make it to about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and that's sort of when it shuts down. And then you have to make that big choice. Am I going to keep going out with the boys and do Broadway, or am I going to go home and go to sleep?
Yeah.
But you have that option. You can have a full night out, and then on the Saturday we got the bands coming through like you saw with Nat and Celeste, and they're going to put on one hell of a show. It's just really cool that music is cool again.
I like music. I like it being cool. And
this is the next phase of the Ugly Kid Joel Saves Music in Saskatoon. From Hometown Rock, you know him. And this is why I'm so excited that you got to go, because those guys are doing exactly what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, showcase how incredible musicians are in this city.
There's some very talented people in Saskatoon.
It's crazy.
And it's cool to get to, because, maybe not everybody has friends like me, and they can't start a band.
I'm your friend, bro. You got me, I got you. That's all we need.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just great to see like some solo talent, like just a
Yeah.
guy on a guitar singing a song. Like there's just nothing better.
Special,
than that.
man.
Yeah.
And it can create ambiance, and it can create a mood, if you will. Like if you're trying to have a romantic evening, you got
could
some
take
nice
my
food coming
dates out
in.
there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ugly Kid Joel gets pretty in front of this event. Let's just say that. How we doing there, Phenom? Oh, he's got the thumbs up. All right, so 3 Hall is where it all goes down. The Unplugged open mic, Friday night, 6 to 9 o'clock, and then Saturday you got the band that goes on and puts on another show. Ugly Kid Joel approved right there.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you
Things,
so much, buddy.
words, stuff.
That's what we do. We got one more pre-tape to get to, and we're going to go right to it now. Take it away, Phenom. It's Wednesday.
Yay.
Brooksy's here. You know her from Wendy Brooks Media, as well as the Past Our Bedtime podcast, which we'll be recording later today. And yours truly has been invited to come on. So that's where we insert the old joke that never fails. Really scraping the bottom of the barrel for this one, hey?
I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, you know, it's usually awkward like that. You did it perfectly. Well done.
Okay.
Dude, welcome to the show. We missed you. We love you. And you wanted to see, normally you just come on and we just talk about whatever, but you wanted to bring some, I guess, some genuineness to the show, or some prep, if you will. And I know I'm not a big fan of it, but luckily it's not my show. It's not my network. None of this is mine. It's all of ours. So
Yeah.
I would never get in the way of you doing something fun, even if it is as simple as a would you rather.
Yes, we are going to play Would You Rather, and I'm really excited to see Gary's answers and see how heated he gets, because, you know, if you've seen some of the games we played in the past, he
I would
gets
never.
like
Never.
pretty
No.
heated.
Not me.
And some of these are kind of cringe. So,
Well, if you know me at all, you know I love cringe.
okay, I'm going
The
to
worst.
ask you the first one,
'Kay.
just to get our toes in the water.
And I
you
can't
know?
look at this. I'm not going to look over there because that's where all the stuff is.
Okay, so the first one is: would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future
Ooh.
or 150 years into the future?
Wow.
And why?
Well, the 150 years obviously would be more about helping out mankind and seeing where we're at and how we can change it if it's really bad. The 10 minutes is helping yourself, and I feel like I don't need any help for myself anymore because I have it all right here. So I would do the 150 and let mankind know how we're doing.
Yeah, I would also do the 150. 10 minutes is like, that gives me too much anxiety. How am I supposed to change anything in 10 minutes?
Not only that, I never do anything. I know 10 minutes from now I'm not going to be doing anything. It's like there's nothing cool about that.
Yeah. Well,
So unless
you're just sitting on the couch still.
That's it, right? Like literally. So that's
Okay.
pretty easy.
That's
Pretty
a good
easy.
one. Okay.
Maggie doesn't even like it. Hey,
this
bro.
is a fun one.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every song you hear? Every song, no matter what it is, you have to sing or you have to dance.
Probably sing just because I'm lazy.
Oh, okay. You could.
I feel like I'd
sit
be
and
too
dance.
jacked if I was dancing all the time.
I would dance. I think I dance without any music already. So
I think
like,
those are two very honest answers.
yeah.
All the dancing would break my body, I think. I would get jacked, but I'd be so sore all
Well,
the time.
like dancing could be like small.
Well, there's a reason they have like jazzercise, right?
Jazz.
Like there's like
Yeah.
dancing workouts.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it would be like a word. The smart move would be the dancing, but I'm just lazy.
Oh my god, I love what is it called? Zumba.
Ah,
Yeah,
Zumba.
Zumba is
What are you doing, Zumba again?
Zumba is a dancing workout. And
No, I know that, but what's the dance like? Are you bouncing on something?
No. No.
Isn't there a Zumba machine, or is it
No,
just like the moves you
you're
do?
talking about like a trampoline workout or something.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
That's
No, I
not
don't know
what it
what
is?
that's called. No.
Okay.
No, not Zumba. Zumba's on your feet and you're dancing.
Oh, that's usually the only place I dance.
Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade?
Oh, coma for sure.
Why?
Because you don't do anything.
For a
It's
whole
just-
decade?
Yeah, you just close your eyes and wake up.
I'd
You go to
wanna
jail for 5 years. That's every second of that 5 years.
I would go
That's
to
gonna wear on you forever.
No, I would go to jail because
Dude, you're not. Come on.
I would go to jail because while I'm in there, I can read, I could work out, I could better myself, I could still talk to my friends and family during visiting hours. I can join
Dude.
programs in the jail. Maybe I
Hey.
just finished watching Orange Is the New Black, so like
You're
I'm
not Martha
I'm
Stewart,
going to jail.
bro. You're not walking in there and having like this nice, easy little vacation. This is jail.
No,
man.
I might. Yeah, some things might happen to me, but you know what? I would learn from it instead of just losing half my life to.
It's not half your life. It's 10 years,
Well, that's a long time.
dude.
10
10 years
years.
ago. Think about it. That was 2015,
Yeah,
2014. Like, that's not that
Well,
long.
that's so much of my life. I
And I could use the rest. I could use a 10 year sleep.
okay.
Jeez.
That's legit. That's legit. Would you rather be underdressed or overdressed all the time? I didn't know this answer for you already. But like for your whole life, you could only be one.
Underdressed all day.
Underdressed, no matter what event you're going to.
Nope.
How are you going to dress for the fall feast tomorrow?
In my suit.
Okay, but
Yeah.
but if you chose underdress, you'd have to dress like this.
That's fine.
Okay.
I think I could still get the job done there dressed like this.
Yeah.
Like, it's a pretty good look right here.
Yeah, I would do overdressed. I don't know.
Yeah, but you like dressing up.
True.
To an extent, of course.
True. Yeah.
Nobody
well,
likes
today I'm in sweats and
crushing it.
yeah.
I put my pajamas on for the big debut on the show later, on your show. So
Oh,
I
on
got-
our show. Yeah.
So I'm a camp in pajama pants.
Yeah,
on.
so Gary's coming on your show. Today we're filming. It will come out this Monday, coming up Monday.
It's past our bedtime show.
Past
not,
our
not yours,
bedtime.
so we're doing
Sorry.
your show soon.
Yeah.
Well, this is on your show. Technically.
Anyway, so
Tell me
make sure
more.
you watch that. You can watch it
Or
on-
not. We don't say make sure.
I
or
want
we
to say
want you
make sure. You know.
Hey, if you want to check it out, feel free. How about that?
Okay, fine. You don't have to, but it's gonna be hilarious.
No, we don't.
It's
yeah,
it's
I
two girls
hate-
on a couch with Gary squished in between us talking about games, and two of us don't really know anything about gaming. One of us for sure doesn't know anything about gaming.
That game is Super Smash Bros. She has no clue how to play.
Oh my god, I'm done with that.
Oh,
Oh my god.
struck a nerve. I like that.
Okay. What's another one?
How's your Instagram?
Okay,
going?
this is a good one. Let's go. Say hi.
We're doing Instagrams as well.
Instagrams.
Getting
Yeah.
2 birds stoned at once over here.
Yeah.
Lay it on me, dude. What we got?
Would you rather have a maid or a personal chef for the rest of your life? That's hard.
Wow. I was going to say maid, no questions. A personal chef. Do I have to pay for all the food with a personal chef?
Well, you had to. Well, they're both free. So one comes with free cleaning supplies and one comes with free food.
Only because I live in such a tiny little ski chalet, I would go with the food because the cleaning's very easy.
Yeah.
And I also have a cleaning associate that helps out around here. So
Yeah, I don't even
We'll be
cook.
good.
I don't even cook the food.
your house is big, though. Your
My house is big, but I think the food, cause like
Then you don't have to make the meals. Or
I
shop.
don't make the meals
Or shop.
shop for the food, but I still would
Hold
pick.
on. You don't do that already?
No,
Good for you.
Brad does that for us.
Just when you thought he couldn't do anything else. Bradley, you're an angel.
Yeah, if I did,
She doesn't deserve you.
we would be eating craft dinner every day.
I take that back. It's very mean. You deserve each other perfectly.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
You bring it in other ways.
Well, yeah.
Hmm.
Wink, wink. Anyway.
Got a little hot in here.
Anyway.
Wowzers.
No.
He is so handsome.
I would do food because it's hard for us to sit down and pick what foods we're eating. We also have 3 kids. Feeding 3 kids is so much work.
Are they picky?
No, we force them to eat
You got
what
lucky.
we make. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, except that they don't eat fish. That's the only thing that
Don't
we
blame
force
them.
them.
It's
Yeah.
Blech.
And
no, thank you.
yeah.
Seafood.
And also I
Like,
feel
more
like
like see you later food.
I also feel like being a vegetarian is hard. So if they could come up with more vegetarian meals for me, and I could be healthier. So like that's what I think.
There's a lot of things that okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That would make sense.
Okay.
Do you think people are entertained by this right now?
I don't know.
Is there
I'm sure-
anybody on your Instagram that says this is entertaining?
Can the one person watching us live right now tell us how much fun you're having watching
I was going to
us?
say it's my mom, but I don't think she's
No.
on there.
Can I see who it is?
Well, don't rat them out. What if they
Okay.
get made fun of for watching that?
No.
It's like, well, you're watching that right now? What's wrong with you, bro?
Okay. Would you? Okay. Would you?
We're hanging out with Brooksy, by the way, past her bedtime podcast. Also, Wendy Brooks Media. We're doing some would you rather stuff that she thinks might be good for content.
Yeah. Well, this one might not be the best. Would you rather vomit on your hero or have your hero vomit on you?
Whoa. Well, I guess that first question is who's my hero?
Yeah. True.
I think my dad. My dad's my hero.
'Kay,
And I
wait.
think he'd be so mad if I vomited on him.
But you probably have in your lifetime lots.
Of course I
as
have when I was a
kid.
kid. Although I did puke in front of him last week.
Oh, so
This is a truth. Did I tell you a story?
no.
Okay, very relevant for this. He picked me up. We'd have to go on Costco trips. My dad and I, the best dad in the universe, the bottom line. And as we were driving to Costco, I had started some new vitamins because I didn't have my normal vitamins at the place. So I started these new multivitamin supplement things. And you got to take 7 of them. So 7 of them, right when I wake up, I pop 7 of those in along with my vitamin
so many.
D12s, and I got my omegas. So it's like a big load of all this, like supplements and, you know, all the vitamins you need to start your day. Because I don't eat healthy because I can't afford healthy food.
That's why you need a chef.
There it is. See, it's all coming together. So I try this. It's my first day with these new vitamins. I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. And we get into the truck. Dad picks me up. We're on our way to the Costco. And about 2 minutes away, I look at Dad. I go, ooh, I don't feel very good. He goes, what's wrong, son? I say, well, Dad, I think I might throw up. And without missing a beat, he says, okay. And so we pull into the Costco parking lot. We go to the right, and then we go on the outside edge, so as far as we can get from people. And I'm at the point where I got to go. So I open the door, running start. I go running over it. So the street in between Costco and that big giant mall across the street
Yeah.
with like the co-op and all that.
Yeah.
So there's people driving by, and I look around. I'm trying to make it look like I'm looking at the plants, like Jake the Snake over here. And then all of a sudden, just whoa!
Oh my
Whoa, I
God.
start honking and honking for like a minute straight. And then finally, I think I'm done. I put my head up. I look around, give my face a wipe. It's like, okay, I think we're good. I get in. The dad's sitting right there. I open the door. I get in. Whew. He goes, you good? Like, yeah, I think I'm good. It's okay. I grab some gum, pop it in, and off we go.
Oh my God.
And then we did the Costco. He didn't even mention anything about it. It's like, man, I shouldn't like, be a little more worried that I'm
He's probably like
puking in a Costco parking
he's
lot.
probably like he ate way too much McDonald's before.
Also very possible.
You know, the
yeah,
night
it could have been
before?
anything. That's a great point.
What was it after we ate pizza? The day after?
I don't think I ate anything. I think that was the problem.
Oh, like the day before you ate nothing.
Yeah, I think it went into like a double empty stomach, and then it was just like new, like you know how new medicine is. It takes
Yeah.
time for your body to go. Yeah, so I think that's
Well,
what it was.
when
But
you-
it's been good ever since. It was just really weird that one time.
My
So knowing that my dad saw me puke there and wasn't too mad, I feel like I'd be
puking on him then?
no.
Oh.
I don't want to disrespect. Like he can puke on me.
You can puke
So
on me.
weird. What's your answer? Who's your hero?
My hero. You know what? This is like such a crazy question that
Well,
I
we don't have to get too much into.
I
it,
never
okay?
know how to answer it. So I'm gonna say Thor because he's an actual hero and I love him, and I would want him to puke on me, all over me. So there's that.
Are we talking Fat Thor? Fat Thor is my favorite.
Well,
He probably have a better
yeah.
chance of puking on you. Is what I'm saying.
I should share that Fat Thor photo of you
That
someday.
was so funny. Thor, great pick. Thor, Odin's son, protector of mankind. You ever hear that song? Thor, Odin's son, protector. Oh,
I
gotta
should.
play.
That should be my
So
favorite.
good.
While you do that, the next question is going to be: would you rather watch only rom-coms for the rest of your life,
Oh, actually, I'm okay with that.
or watch horror movies for the rest of your
Oh,
life?
rom-com. Not even close. Horror movies are the worst movies in the history of man.
No.
No, I can't do it. I can't watch them because I get too scared. Everything becomes too real for me,
Oh, I love.
and then it's over.
I
Like,
love
can't do
horror
it.
movies. They make me feel something inside, you know?
Yeah,
It's-
it makes you feel scared. I think.
Yeah,
this
and then
is,
I get so scared, and then I laugh because I'm like, "Ha! It's just a TV." Here we go.
This song is so incredible. If you've never heard "Twilight of the Thunder God" by Amon Amarth, please pick. Like, it's to the point where somebody took this song and used it in Thor Ragnarok, I think it was, when they're like doing the big action sequence. It's so good. How long do I have to keep talking over this, or we get copyright? I believe that's how it is, right?
I don't know.
Okay, well we'll just fast.
That's
forward
all we
to-
have.
We'll just fast forward to the part.
To
here,
the
just so we can hear it. Oh yes. So these guys are one of my favorite bands ever. I saw them in Regina at like the so good at the Owl, the gray, not the Gray Owl, the Owl Room or whatever it was way back in the day. You might be too young.
that's too much.
Anyways,
screamo
Johan
for
Haig
me.
is the singer, and there was like 100 people there, and he was walking off stage, and I touched Johan Haig the first time I saw him. I touched him. I said, "Skål, brother! I love you so much." He goes, "Thank you, brother." And we did like a Viking shake. Oh, it's the coolest shit. Anyway, so here he is. Here we go. Odin's son, protector of
No.
mankind, rise to meet your fate. Your destiny awaits.
See,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know
There.
this song. It's
So
like
good. And then it breaks down.
it's too screamo for me.
That's not. Oh my god.
Sorry, I broke your heart.
No,
Broke
it's
your
not
heart.
screamo.
It sounds like too
It's
screamo for
Viking
me.
metal, dude. It's so different.
Okay, well, it's too close for comfort.
Next question.
Okay, the next question is: would you rather have a skin that changes colors based on your emotions, or tattoos appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday?
Colors.
Really?
Yes.
You don't want people to know what you're.
No, I don't think I want people to know anything that I did yesterday.
I couldn't imagine
Yeah.
the tattoos all over your body.
No. I think we can all agree it'd be a bad idea.
I basically would choose colors too because it's
No
all
one can
over my.
understand colors.
It's all over my face already, like.
Yeah.
But
no one knows
but-
what the colors mean, right?
No, because it'd be like colors. Like, have you ever seen Inside Out, the movie?
Yeah,
Like the kids
colors
movie?
for the feelings.
Yeah, that's the colors you'd have, so everyone would know. Green, jealousy; red,
Okay.
anger.
I'd just be a rainbow all the time.
Or I said green jealousy. I think that's
Whatever
discussed
they are.
actually, but whatever.
Red is definitely the angry guy that explodes.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
that's a good one. That's a
Yeah,
really
I
good one.
don't. Yeah. You can understand. You can tell what kind of mood I'm in.
I
That's
have-
okay. It's like wearing a mood ring.
This is my favorite vegetarian
Oh,
one I've
boy.
ever heard in my
Here
life.
we go.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Would you rather hunt and butcher your own meat or never eat meat again?
Oh man, I think I would never eat meat again. I honestly do. I can't. I can't kill a fly. I have to save flies and spiders and little buggies, even wasps. Wasps, the literally the meanest insects in the world. Their only goal is to ruin your day and poke you and make you angry.
Can't kill
I
'em.
can't even kill a wasp, man.
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest
can't.
reasons I turned vegetarian
Oh,
was
yeah.
because I thought to myself, I cannot
You
kill.
can't do it to those cute little
yeah,
rascals.
I can't kill anything.
No, you can't.
Okay, somebody said
Uh-oh.
use some of the stuff I sent you, Gary. Who is
Uh-oh.
this?
Who is it? What is it?
French? Jamie?
Oh, Jamie, my boy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Jamie's up in the house.
he wants you to use some of the stuff he sent you. I don't know what that means,
Must
but
have went to my email. I'll have to find it. How long are we on this thing? Is this thing super long?
I don't know how long. But I have a good one.
Okay, here we go.
Would you, sorry, mom and dad. Would you rather walk in on your parents or have them walk in on you?
Probably walking on me. I
Really?
think that's a safe one, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. I've already seen my.
Hey, nice throw, girl. Maggie agrees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
she totally concurs.
She's
Hi,
like,
Betty.
no, if she's walking in on. Well,
She'd be
she's
walking
probably
on me.
walked on you in on you a
She's-
lot of times.
Yes, she has. She's seen some shit. And that's why we love her so much. Right, Maggie? You always got my back.
Okay.
So, you, young lady, you didn't answer.
I've walked in on my parents before, so
Oh,
I would
congratulations.
just choose that.
Okay. It's
I
already
mean-
been done.
Yeah, not my dad, but
Well, like, what happened? Like, they just, like, it's real. It's quick, right? Like, you realize, like, oh,
Well,
bloop, and out you go and never talk about it
the
again.
story is,
Are you going to tell the story?
yeah, we were at the lake, me and my friend, my
go.
old friend Amanda, and one of my ex-boyfriends, and we were we were trying to sneak out of the cabin, and my mom had her door slightly opened, and we needed flashlights to go
Clearly.
exploring at the lake.
Yes.
So we walked by, and my ex-boyfriend was like, "Oh my god!" and he's like freaking out quietly. He's like whispering, "Oh my god!" and then basically he's like, "Look, look, look!" and I looked through the little crack, and they were.
Why did he tell you to look?
I don't know. And then
He should be saying run.
yeah, and
Get
so,
the hell
so
outta
we grabbed the
here.
flashlights and we pieced out. And,
Cool.
and my other friend was like, "I'm so glad I didn't see that."
Yeah.
So
So you got lucky enough that you already did the one.
yeah, I haven't seen my dad doing it though, and I don't.
Yeah. Moving right
But I
along.
would rather walk in. I don't want him walking on me. That's what's so weird. That's not a thing.
Well, you know, it's not like you're inviting them in. You know what I mean? Like, I am so sorry. You weren't supposed to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
probably have been walked in. I've been walked in on.
so that's why you picked that one.
I think so. It feels like the easier of the two. How many more do we got here?
Okay. One more.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Would you rather stay the age you are physically forever, or stay the way you are now financially forever?
Okay. So this, if you're playing along at home, would you rather have the body of a 98-year-old male, which is what this is, like moving my body to get into this posture was excruciating. Every single move I make is excruciating. So do you want that, or do you want all the debt? I literally
That's why I
don't.
picked
I
this
don't
one.
have. Yeah, I don't have money. I don't have any payments. All the money that I make out of this incredible place and this family of ours, it all just goes right back into it. I only use money to pay bills and to buy like food. So I think it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
Can I just take option 3 and just
No, you
ignore
gotta
the
pick one.
question?
Pick one. Your body now forever, or your
Well,
financials.
I don't think my body can get much worse, but neither could the financials.
Okay.
I could survive like
Can
this, I guess.
Can I pick one for you?
Yes, please.
I think you should pick the body because you are gonna get old and older, right?
Yeah,
And you're not gonna get any
worse. And this
better.
place is
You're-
definitely
you're not
going to
gonna get-
eventually
You're gonna
make
get worse.
Yeah, okay.
You're not gonna get better.
Yeah.
And your financials can always get better as you get older.
Yeah.
So anyway, I would pick how
body.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because also I'm like young.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Hip and with
Yeah,
it.
it's
so.
nothing. Boy, oh boy, you're in for a rude awakening when you get up here in
Yeah.
age. It's something. So yes, I will take the body that's falling apart, and then we won't worry about the other half.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
That was easy. Oh, we
There's
got
one more.
Okay.
Would you, this is the last one.
'Kay.
Would you rather buy all used underwear or all used toothbrushes?
Are they male or female underwear?
You don't get to know.
That'd be a real surprise.
They're,
Well, it's got to be the toothbrush, right? Everything, like, no matter how gross it is up here, it can't match the gross down there.
oh my God. I'm so obsessed with brushing my teeth
I know you are.
that, like,
It would ruin an experience you look forward to.
it's so gross to me thinking about using someone else's toothbrush. Like,
what if it's Brad's?
oh, that's like one of the
the
very few
only
fights
way.
we've been in. Was like
Really?
we're
Even if it's
not
him?
we're not
Holy
sharing
cow.
toothbrushes. So I would take used underwear, but then never wear underwear again. That's what I would do.
That's a nice loophole.
Yeah.
Very nice
'Cause-
loophole. And just deal with it as you go.
Well, then I would probably sell the used underwear online and make money from it because people have weird fetishes and like that. So, yeah, I don't know.
Dude, how the heck did you just turn that into a job?
I know. I want people to like answer
Very
on this Instagram Live. What would you rather do, underwear or toothbrushes?
God.
Somebody said something.
You know her from the Past Our Bedtime podcast, as well as Wendy Brooks Media.
Okay, one more. Can I read this
No,
one?
no
Somebody said one.
No more.
So
Is it
your
gross?
friend said one.
Is it gross?
No, I don't
Okay.
know what it means.
Okay.
It says, I gotta get closer. Would you rather have Dimebag Darrell or
Yes.
Eddie Van Halen
Yes,
in
that's
a
a good
band
one.
you started?
Oh, Dimebag all day. And we love Van Halen.
He's-
Thank you very much for that one, Jamie. I thought we were still touching on the gross. I don't want my sweet Jamie to be touching on those. But yes,
No, but
always Dimebag Darrell.
I would.
That's just natural.
Jamie, do you want used underwear or used toothbrushes?
No, we're out.
Okay.
This has been another riveting episode of Would You Rather? From all the things we just mentioned. Brooksy, thank you so much. I will see you over at your place in just a little bit where we will be recording a Past Our Bedtime podcast.
Yes, I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun. Yay. Okay, bye.
Always so much fun when she stops by. And we always appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who helped out today. Coach Mazer stopping by for a little chat with Coach number 1 as well. Phenom, thank you, brother. Always killing. Ugly Kid Joel making a surprise appearance. Always love when that happens. And to Brooksy, thank you for being so awesome. We'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. for another edition. It's what we always do here. Matt Young from CTV will be in the house, so looking very forward to that. Remember, karma is very, very, very real, all right? So do good things. You'll notice they'll start happening to you, I promise. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night.